Okay, what's going on, guys? Mr. Random Guys here, and today I'm hopefully going to be showing you how to play the Team Fortress 2 Spy. It's a quite an interesting class on Team Fortress 2, so I decided I'll do the tutorial of it first. I've been playing it a lot, so hopefully I'm good enough to show you it. The things I'll be mostly showing you are for the Eternal Reward, Cloak and Dagger, the Stranger, and of course the normal Sapper. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you is basically the easy stuff, like how to stalk people, where to set up your areas, all that basic stuff. I'll be moving on to more harder stuff, like taking out engineers and all that good stuff later on. So if you want to skip ahead, feel free. Okay, what's going on, guys? Mr. Random Guys here, and as you can see, I've already skipped out the bit where I'm getting behind the enemy lines. That's pretty simple, don't really want to show it. You can either cloak past them or pretend to be the enemy, whatever. So the first thing you want to do is using the stalking method, is to find your hunting area. This is going to be my hunting area. Now, you usually can stray a bit out of it. General idea is you want it near the back, not, way at the front. Chances are at the front, people are going to be more suspicious. So the least suspicious time is when they're just coming out to spawn. They won't suspect a thing. Perfect time to strike. Now, choosing your targets is really important. Don't go for a soldier if anybody's like that. The reason why I didn't go for a soldier then was because there's just too many witnesses. You gotta think like basically a murderer. Too many witnesses, don't try it. Now this guy is all alone. Check around quickly as you're decloaking. Really unlucky, he jumped off. That was just unlucky in every respect. Now if that happens to you, simply cloak yourself. Chances are they're just going to be looking in the areas they expect you to go. So don't go in corners. Don't, stay around the area. If you stay in an open space, one guy, they're not going to find you. So usually just want to let them go and find a new target. Didn't take me long, of course. I just noticed this engineer with his dispenser. Slam him in the back. He's screwed and probably very pissed. Thing is that when they're carrying their stuff, you destroy their stuff as well as them, and of course it's just so easy to destroy their stuff, especially dispensers. Those are the most crucial thing to an engineer, not the sentry guns. Without the dispenser, they can't tank their sentry gun where they continuously hit it with a wrench, which means it's going to die very quickly if it's under constant attack. They'll run out of metal. The moment that happens, they're screwed in every respect. So this method requires a lot of patience. It is of course the easiest of all methods though. It won't get you the most amount of kills, but you'll kill the most highest priority targets. So it depends what you really want. Do you want to be a credit to your team, or do you want to just be, mass murdering? So what you want to do is basically pretend to be somebody going out to the front and just happen to be following them. Now, since I know this guy probably wasn't going to look behind him, because he obviously was, on a determined mission to do some engineering shit, I kind of guessed he wouldn't be looking behind him, so it's okay to stalk him really accurately. But if they are, like this guy, number one, don't ever go for that guy. He's got Joe-right, a bottle of piss. He'll just throw it at you. You'll be seen to everybody because his piss is all over you. Not a good idea to follow him. So if you see anybody with that type of stuff, stuff easy to kill spies, just don't bother. Just leave them, whatever. Chances are they'll get bored. Lots of people get bored looking for spies. You'll find out a lot. So it's probably very easy just to just let them go and they'll get bored eventually. So another thing to remember is you can't just go whenever you want. You have to kind of bide your time. Now, of course, it's easy just taking out individual people. The harder thing is killing engineers when they're surrounded by their stuff. Now, this of course will require you to be looking like one the enemy. First thing, just put sappers all over their stuff. They might save it all, they might not. Doesn't matter. Thing is that then they'll be on edge, and you can hope they'll leave their equipment. Now, of course, I was thinking, no, I could kill him and then get his equipment. A bit amateur of me. What you want to do is just keep on harassing their equipment. They'll eventually just get to the point where they're so paranoid, they'll just be sitting in the corner of their shotgun, just looking around. And I know it sounds weird, but that is the perfect time to strike, because when they're in a corner, the one place they can't see behind them is the corner. Now, I know that sounds a bit stupid, but chances are they'll be looking at their stuff, because they're thinking, well, if the spy's attacking my stuff, see him attack it, got him. probably won't be looking around too much. So if you, it's a bit of luck, but if you decloak right next to him, be ready, and you can kind of get a side stab, I suppose you could call it, where you, like, your knife is a back stab, but it's to the side of them, and you can stab them to the side, and then you kill them and take out all their stuff. Now, of course, you could just sap all their stuff and attack them whilst they're repairing it, but chances are they might just turn around and smack you around the face with a wrench, and that usually kills you. So I don't know about that tactic, but so that's kind of the end of the stalking bit. It's quite a simple technique. Hopefully there's going to be another video out which will show you how to take out the more stuff. Okay, of course, this is what you see me doing earlier. I was just, because they all say it's very slow, I just took them all out consecutively. All you have to do is just basically wait for them to go past. And of course, because they just come out of the spawn, least place they expected. And of course, a important message is that if you get caught in between two engineers, try and act like the enemy. And there is a reason why pyros are your worst enemy, because the little fuckers do this. Yep. So I think that's the end of this little bit. That's the stalking technique, and see you next time for another technique.